What comes to mind when you think of screensavers? For me, it's Windows 98 themes and After Dark by Berkeley Systems, the latter of which pioneered the modern day screensaver and is the subject of today's video. So let's get right into it. What's the whole point of a screensaver? Back when we used to use CRT screens, you can get something called burn-in, which occurs when you get a certain part of an image stays on screen for too long. CRT screens worked by shooting an electron beam at a grid of phosphors at the front of the tube. That electron beam hit the same phosphors for too long, it could damage the phosphors and darken them, thus causing burn-in, and this could wreck your tube. This was especially a problem with computer screens, because they had lots of parts of the screens which would stay constant no matter what, like menus and icons and whatnot. So to combat this, people started making small memory-resident programs. These are simple little programs that would blank the screen after a certain amount of inactivity. These were actually called screensavers. But it didn't take long for people to start coming up with more creative ways to refresh the screen. One of the first programs to make screensavers a fun novelty was After Dark by Berkeley Systems. It was released in 1989 for the Macintosh and later released for Windows. The version we'll be looking at today is version 2.0 for Windows from 1992. So now we are in Windows 3.1 here, and we're going to just go ahead and install it. So go to our A drive, we'll run the installer, and look at that. Very colorful. I love this install screen. Install. Okay, so run ahead and install and wait for that to do its thing. It's pretty quick, and it only requires one floppy disk. Enter our name. And then we're going to have to restart Windows here. This After Dark folder. Open up the After Dark program here. You can turn it on and off, change when it comes on, different things. And here are all the different screensavers, so I'm just going to run through all of them. So let's take a look at some of the different screensavers. The first one is called Aquatic Realm. Can of worms. Which fills your screen with a bunch of worms. Got clocks. There's different styles of clocks. Got Creepy Night. Down the Drain, one of my favorites. Fade Away, which is just super boring. Options you can choose there. Of course, we got the iconic flying toasters. You can actually, the thing I find kind of cool is that you can adjust the doneness of the toast. So that's neat. Got Geo Bounce. That's the shape around the screen. Globe. You might notice I'm having trouble getting it to run at the right speed. Some of them are very CPU speed dependent. Graph. Gravity. hall of mirrors. It's kind of neat. We got hard rain. Got kaleidoscope. Got lasers. Super boring logo. If you have no imagination or creativity. Got magic. Marbles. It's kind of like pinball. A little. Got messages, and there's different messages we can change here. Some different messages. That's my favorite. Got that. Got mountains. That's pretty cool. Very modern looking, sort of. Got multi-module, which displays different modules if you can't decide. Got the eyes in the night. Got Penrose. Very neat. Plants. Yeah, this is a really cool screensaver. Oh, they're very similar, like line art one. Punch out. Got puzzle. It's just a random puzzle that. Rainstorm. Looks like static. Just pick a random one. Just pick marbles. We got rose. Satori. Shapes, which, oh my goodness, that is crazy. Slideshow, which you can show different pictures. Sounder, which plays a sound, I guess. Got space toasters, which is just flying toasters in space. Spheres. Gaia, very similar to many of the other ones. Got spotlight, boundaries of spotlight around your screen. Got stained glass. Got Starry Night, absolute classic. String theory. Swan Lake. Time's up. Which have a clock and some other, whatever other runner screensaver you want in the back. Got Vertigo. Got Warp. It's like a toilet flushing. Got Warp Around. Zot, just like a bunch of lightning bolts. A lot of people, when they see this, are like, hey, what's with the flying toasters? Well, the story goes is somebody named Jack Eastman, who was working on After Dark, he was trying to come up with new modules for version 2.0, and it was really late at night, really kind of sleep deprived, and he like saw his toaster and like imagined wings on it, and then he thought that would be a good idea, and people really liked it because I guess people just like silly things. And it's really popular. You can like all kinds of like shirts and all kinds of apparel, like neckties and inflatables and mouse pads and stuff with the flying toasters. So it was just like really popular. It was this really iconic screensaver for a while. Something that really kind of sucks about After Dark screensavers is that they don't work with modern versions of Windows. It's easy to use classic Windows screensavers with modern Windows. Just transfer the files over and it's compatible. And with After Dark screensavers, they require this third-party program, as you saw, and this program only works with like really old versions of Windows, which obviously doesn't work on Windows 10. So a lot of these really cool screensavers are just kind of lost to time, and you can't really enjoy them on modern systems. You really just kind of have to have a system from the era. But somebody has taken it upon themselves to make a Windows, like a modern Windows version of the Flying Toasters screensaver, so I'll leave a link below to that below in the description. As always, if you liked today's video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. And if you enjoy these sort of ramblings about old software and whatnot, you may want to consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.